What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex. You watching a Ragin Nation show, Transformers 4 edition. This is just a web series where we talk about all things that matter to me for production of the 4th installment of the live-action Transformers film franchise directed by Michael Bay. This is update number 147, and we got a lot to talk about in this episode. By now, you have seen the 3 awesome TV spots that have been put out. It would be the Destroyer TV spot, the Forge TV spot, and also the Help TV spot, with the Help TV spot being the most epic out of all the Transformers marketing material ever put out. It is amazing, okay? I mean, it was cool when we saw Optimus Prime riding Grimlock in the Super Bowl TV spot. I totally freaked out. It was an orgasmic moment, but let me tell you something. In the Help TV spot where we see Optimus Prime just yelling his iconic line where he says, "Autobots, roll out!" The way Peter Cullen says it is so amazing. It's so aggressive. It has all that emphasis where it is time to really roll out into battle, and the scene that follows is just so amazing. I mean, we got the 2 Autobots, Drift and Crosshairs, and the 4 Dinobots. It's Scorn, a Grimlock, a Slug, and Strafe. They're like rolling out with the Autobots, and it is such an amazing shot. It is only like 1 or 2 seconds at the most, but that 2 seconds alone has got to be the most epic shot in all of the marketing material that's ever been put out. So I just wanted to say that, and that it is awesome. Alright? Anyways, let's talk about some stuff with regards to Transformers Age of Extinction. Let's start off with some shoutouts, because a lot of the Ragin Nation have been sending me photos of the theater displays, and I gotta give a big shout out to Aaron Perry, Antonio again for sticking his head in Grimlock, Cord Williams, and also Pete Kessel and your awesome kids, alright? Sanu, and also Tyrese Gittins, as well as this guy, Ben Madison. And also Jax Bartholomew and Joshua Lemus, and also Nick O'Brien for posting a photo of the Grimlock in the larger size. Apparently there's 2 different size displays of the Optimus Prime riding Grimlock display. There's the regular size one, which we've seen everywhere. You can stick your head in that. And that king sized one, which Nick is standing in front of, and it is amazing, alright, because of the sheer size of that. I also want to give a big shout out to JT Joel for posting this photo of himself standing with Bumblebee in the mall. Alright, that's pretty cool. And also JR Aravello for posting the photo of his outside theater display where it's the Optimus Prime poster where he just got owned by Lockdown, and he's like, "No!" And this must be a really huge poster which is displayed outside your theater, and thanks for showing me this. It is very, very cool. Alright, so moving on, I want to say what's up to Western Star, because I want to thank them for letting me know about the Rose Festival night parade in Portland, Oregon, because in a previous video I mentioned that Optimus Prime is going to be rolling out over in Portland, Oregon, and looks like the Ragin Nation came through, and we got some photos of Optimus Prime out there in Portland, Oregon, where you can see him for the first time. So check this out. We're going to take a look at some photos from Jackson Green, and check out Optimus Prime's bumper sticker, "My other ride is a Dinobot." Pretty cool. And look at that. Very, very awesome. Look at the size of Optimus Prime, okay? The sheer size of him is just freaking amazing. And also, Erman Mansfield, I want to say what's up to you. Thank you very much for showing us these night photos of Optimus Prime. You know, it's not very often that we get to see Optimus Prime at night with his lights on, so that is very, very cool. And once again, thank you very much for showing me these photos. And also the last shout out I want to give is to Pro Z Skill for creating this The Ragin Nation title. It is really, really awesome. Very, very cool. Thanks for showing that to me. Anyways, let's talk about some news. Before I talk about some news, I want to tell you guys a story. Okay, this is very, very interesting. Alright? So, back in my college days, I actually had a crush on this girl. Okay, I'm not gonna name her name, but I had a crush on this girl, and then after a while, she moved to Hong Kong. Okay, haven't seen her in a while. Then eventually, somehow we got reconnected on Facebook. Okay, just maybe like last year, and then she messaged me recently, and then posted a and then she shared with me my own video, and one of the videos, it's one of my Transformers update videos, and the title was Grimlock destroys Chinese car or something like that. I forgot which update it was. And then the message that followed was, "Oh my God, is this you, my old friend?" And then I said, yeah, that is me. Yeah, I've been making these videos for a while. How have you been, right? And then she said, "Oh, I've been good. The car you're talking about, that's my dad's car company. The Transformers production asked his company to put his car in the movie, and that car would just happen to be the Trumpchi E-Jet." So let me just summarize this. This girl that I used to have a crush on, okay, back in college, she reaches out to me and tells me that my father owns the company that makes the Trumpchi E-Jet car. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that like the craziest thing you've ever heard? Okay? That is nuts. And I tried to ask some more information about, like, you know, this car, but yeah, I'm not allowed to say anything. Okay, there wasn't any information that was available to present to the public. But anyways, I just thought that was very interesting that, you know, like, how small is this world? All right, that where someone that you used to know is the daughter of someone who owns the car company, who happens to put their new car in the Transformers Age of Extinction movie. How crazy is that? Okay, moving on, let's talk about some real news, okay? So what's going on is obviously merchandising and marketing, and in the marketing / merchandising front, there is a promo going on for Transformers Age of Extinction and a tie-in with Dunkin' Donuts. Apparently, if you go over there, buy a dozen donuts and add a P55, I don't even know what a P55 is, you can get a Transformers Age of Extinction collectible. And what it is these miniature statuettes of Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Drift. So this offer is available at participating Dunkin' Donuts stores. I don't know when the offer is starting. Maybe it has already started, considering the movie's coming out in 25 days. But anyways, check out your local Dunkin' Donuts for these cool toys. All right, moving on with regards to other toys, let's check out the official photos of Takara's Battle Command Optimus Prime. Battle Command Optimus Prime just showed up on Amazon Japan, and they put out official photos of the actual figure itself. Now, you know, this toy is kind of, it's cool, but it's questionable. The reason why it's cool is because if you take away that back kibble, it looks really cool. It's, you know why? Because it's the combination of the colors. You got the metallic blue, the red, and also the silver, okay? And the gray plastic. That combination of colors makes it look good. The back kibble, it's there for a reason. It's because this is a simplified Transformer, okay? It's actually in the same scale as the One-Step Changers line, and also those that action line. You know what I'm saying? It's not from the Generations line, but it's that action line. It's in the same scale as that. And what's really cool, other than this great silver paint job, is that it's got the jet wing feature, okay? This is really cool. This jet wing feature is awesome. And then the jet wing rather, and his weapons form the truck. Not the truck, the freaking trailer. Okay, very, very cool. And you could fit Drift and Bumblebee on the trailer. It's got 2 layers. All right, Bumblebee can go on the top, Drift can go on the bottom, okay, sold separately. And then he can transform into Battle Command Optimus Prime, where he's like a vehicle, but then the Autobots can use his trailer like a battle station. Here you see Crosshairs, Drift, and Hound, and Bumblebee, they're all there. And then Bumblebee can ride on the top of of Optimus Prime, kind of like how Optimus Prime rides on Grimlock. And then the Bumblebee is sold separately. So anyways, I already put my pre-order in at ages3andup.com, and I'm getting him. Very, very excited. All right, so that is the Battle Command Optimus Prime. Okay, it's not part of the Generations line. Typically, I wouldn't buy something like that, but I thought this was a very unique piece, considering it's not even coming out from Hasbro. All right, so there you have it. Moving on, let's talk about the movie, and let's talk about the audio of the movie, because the sound design and the Autobot and well, rather the robot sounds will have a little bit of help in the production from dubstep producer and musician Skrillex. You've listened to Skrillex before, right? You know, I've heard a number of his songs, pretty cool. And he's got a very unique sound. I mean, it's not just dubstep, but he's got his own unique flavor. And I'm just thinking, transforming sounds and Decepticon and Autobot sounds with Skrillex, made by Skrillex, that's going to be pretty cool. I mean, as long as he's not producing music, dubstep music, for the Transformers Age of Extinction soundtrack, then I'm happy with that. Because I didn't really like it when Electro in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 kept on, you know, his music was always that dubstep music. Yes, it fit in, but then it dominated the rest of the score. So, you know, I want to hear Steve Jablonsky's score, alright? But anyways, Skrillex is working on the sound design for Transformers Age of Extinction. Very, very cool. Now, speaking of audio, music is in the news of Transformers Age of Extinction, because the song Battle Cry, that would be the Transformers Age of Extinction theme song from Imagine Dragons, is now available. You can check it out. It's available for you to download on iTunes. I'm going to leave you the link to the iTunes download link on the description box below. I've listened to it, and I got to be completely honest with you. It's not what I expected. I mean, I like all three of the Linkin Park songs. I think that the one in Revenge of the Fallen is the best. What's that one called? Not called What I've Done, but it's called New Divide. Yeah, New Divide I felt was the best of the Linkin Park songs. I felt that it feels really Transformers-ish. Okay, but as for Imagine Dragons, I'll tell you, it's not what I expected. We kept on hearing the highlight of the music, the highlight of the song, which is the dum da dum da dum 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 da dum da dum dum da dum dum da dum da dum dum. That part is really cool, but that doesn't make up the entire song, actually. In fact, it takes like a good 90 seconds to even get to that part, maybe even 2 minutes. So I can't say that I love the song like I love the Linkin Park New Divide song. I only really like it when it goes dum da dum da dum dum. I was hoping that the whole song was gonna be like that, because it's a very intense beat, alright? Anyways, a lot of people like it. It's been getting a lot of good reviews. I'm feeling very mixed about it, simply because I don't like the slow parts. It's quite a slow progression. It's a progressive song, but it's kind of slow, and then it finally gets to dum da dum da dum dum, which is the only part I really like, okay? Once it starts and then goes for the rest of the song, it's pretty cool. But anyways, that song is available. Battle Cry is available for you to download on iTunes, alright? I hope that Steve Jablonsky will have a score, like on a CD album for Transformers Age of Extinction, because they never put one out on Transformers Dark of the Moon. It was only available for download. Alright, moving on, let's talk about the fact that there's supposed to be a new trailer tomorrow. There's supposed to be a 1 minute and 38-second trailer that's coming out tomorrow, June 3rd. And if you're watching this video on June 3rd, then it's supposed to be out today. Supposed to be. At least that's what I've read. Okay, so that's what I've read. Hopefully we'll see something tomorrow or on June 3rd. And then you know what? I'm really curious as to what are they going to show us that hasn't already been shown, and what are they going to show us that is not going to spoil the movie. Because there's some great shots, but you got to know that, I mean, one thing about the TV spots is that they don't spoil anything. They're really cleverly and strategically marketed, okay? Because what you see is really just a bunch of shots. For example, someone getting, Optimus Prime getting kicked in the face, Mark Wahlberg going like this, Tessa going, ah! Well, I mean, Dad! I mean, Father! Yeah. Or whatever. And Autobots rolling out. These are just shots. They don't necessarily represent a plot point in the movie, like a major plot point. It's all just shots. It's just visuals. It's not anything like that really tells you anything about the story. So I'm just wondering what they're gonna do for the 1 minute and 38-minute trailer. That's the final theatrical trailer that's gonna be coming out supposedly on June 3rd. All right, so very, very exciting. Now the big news in this episode that I want to talk about is the running time for the movie. Before I mentioned that Transformers Age of Extinction is going to be the shortest Transformers live action film out of all the films, okay? With a running time of 2 hours and 7 minutes, okay? That was the truth, okay? And what I mean by the truth was that this was information that was said by Michael Bay himself, okay? He's mentioned that he thought it was a good story formula to make it runtime of 2 hours and 7 minutes. And the reason why I said that it's going to be the shortest one is because that way they can fit in one more IMAX showing in a business day of the theaters. Okay, because if a movie is 2.5 hours, then they have to have less show times and thus make less money. Alright, but with the 2 hour 7 minute showtime, they can put out more showings, alright? But looks like they decided to make it longer, alright? They have updated and made it official that Transformers will be 2 hours and 30 minutes, not including credits. Now, credits usually run for at least 4 minutes, okay? A minimum of 4 minutes. Sometimes even 6 or 7 minutes. Now, if their credits run for 6 or 7 minutes, that would mean that Transformers Age of Extinction is the longest Transformers live-action film to date. The longest one was Transformers Dark of the Moon, and the other ones were Transformers, the first one, and Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. I think their runtimes was 2 hours and 24 minutes, alright? But Dark of the Moon was 2 hours and 34 minutes, and now it's possible that Transformers Age of Extinction could be 2 hours and 36 minutes, depending on how long their credits is, which is a good and a bad thing. I'm not necessarily going to say it's a bad thing, but what Michael Bay originally had in mind is that his movie is going to be a very fast-paced movie. With a 2 hour and 7 minute runtime, you really only have 2 hours to tell your story. And with Transformers Age of Extinction being a very visually driven movie, then you know that it's going to be an action-packed movie. Now, with it being 2 hours and 30 minutes, it could be a mix of a number of things. And that is, it could be more action, it could be a more story and human screen time, like dialogue, or it could be a combination of both. Of course, we're not going to know, but there has to be a really good reason why they jumped from 2 hours to 2.5 hours. There's got to be a good reason for that. Either they thought that the movie is not quite complete in telling a complete story at 2 hours, or they felt that we're going to throw in some more action in there and really please the fans, okay? You don't just add in another half hour after you already have your timeline, or rather your time frame of your production already planned out, okay? Apparently, Michael Bay, when he announced his 2 hour 7 minute running time, he got it all planned out. You don't just announce your running time that early into the post-production phase, all right? Unless you'd have it all planned out, all right? He had it planned out, but he felt that he needed to add more to it to really blow the audiences away. I mean, he wouldn't just add something like just more moments of drama. I mean, it's a Transformers live-action film, okay? It's not something that's needed to add more drama. So I would say that expect more action, alright? So there you have it. That's all I gotta say in this video. Oh, before I go, I just want to mention that the A3U Review Season 4 is finally here. Why don't you head over to youtube.com/A3U Review, where you'll see me and the rest of the A3U Review crew talk about the Transformers toys. We're going to talk about new releases of Transformers. We're going to talk about third-party products. We're going to talk about Transformers Age of Extinction toys. And most important, we're going to talk about the Japanese imports that the Japanese imports from Takara that ages3andup.com always brings in exclusively. So make sure you head over to that channel, youtube.com/A3U Review, and subscribe, show some support. It's a show that I really, really enjoy being a part of, and there you have it, alright? And once again, also, thank you very much for all the supporters who bought a Ragin Nation VIP Pass. It is now sold out. I received all your orders, and they're all going to ship out this week. So thank you very much for all the support. I apologize for it being sold out, but I did promise that it was a limited production run of only 100 units, alright? So for those who wanted to get one, I'm sorry, but 100 units. Alright? So there you have it. That's all I gotta say in this video. We're gonna be giving some stuff away to VIP Ragin Nation members. I decided I'm gonna give away 3 different prizes, and that would be, of course, a prize for 3 different lucky winners. Alright? My name is Alex Yu. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, @RaginNation. I got photos on Instagram, @The Ragin Nation. I'll see you next time. Peace.
Ez nem sima acél. Szerintem nem is egy kamin. Találtunk.